the Rock and Roll Marathon will have tens of thousands of runners filling the streets this Sunday. Dan Cruz and the competitor group celebrating the 20th edition of the Marathon Road Race that features 30 bands along the route providing musical accompaniment. There's still time to enter the race. You have until today and tomorrow. You can enter the full marathon, the half marathon, or a two-person half relay. You can register at the Health and Fitness Expo Friday and Saturday. Perhaps the most famous runner in the field is sitting to my left, the 94-year-old Harriette Thompson, who will be attempting to become the oldest woman to ever complete a half marathon. My first question to you is, are you crazy?
I think people think so, and I think probably I am.
Yeah, you know, obviously you hear the stereotype. You should be playing shuffleboard or knitting, and here you are.
I do play croquet.
But you also are running a marathon. Boy, you're an inspiration for one and all. Are you comfortable in that role?
I am. It's funny when you were saying there are 30,000 people running. And there are 30 vans. That's a van for every 1,000 people. Yeah. Isn't that great?
Yeah, you know, hey, can I ask you, when you're running along the course, are you aware of the music?
I am.
Does it help?
It helps, except when it's so loud I have to take out my hearing aids.
Very good, very good. So you can hear them even without the hearing aids. Yeah, well, they're loud, right? I mean,
yeah, if you're loud enough.
Okay, you know, back in 2015, we documented your record performance when you became the first or the oldest person to complete a marathon at the age of 92, the oldest female runner. That was a big accomplishment, and you became a celebrity. Are you comfortable being a celebrity?
Yeah, that was for about 15 minutes.
You know, but that is not true, because we're going to roll a tape. Play the tape of Harriette's national celebrity status. Take a listen to this.
A massive congratulations is in order for the oldest woman. One amazing competitor.
A 92-year-old cancer survivor.
Harriette Thompson ran her way into the record book.
They cheered her at the finish line.
92-year-old.
The oldest woman to ever complete a marathon.
I mean, you look amazing.
I've liked Harriette before. I love her now.
Keep running, Harriette. We love it.
We love Harriette. We'll see you tomorrow.
Second.
So there you are on every major network show. Do you have an agent? I mean, how did you handle all that publicity? You got to see parts of the world you might not have seen,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, I had to pay a lot of people.
So I guess what makes your story interesting, more interesting, what age did you start running competitively?
Well, I guess I was competitive. I was really trying to run for leukemia and lymphoma to raise money for the research. But I was 76.
So you started at 76. Now, we're going to get to your cause in a moment, but we have video of you today. You were with Meb Keflezny and Bill Walton at this morning's press conference. You know, I'm watching everybody fawn all over you. Mike, you know, they say age is a state of mind. Do you subscribe to that theory?
I think it is. I think you can really...
So I'm sure the most common question you get is, what's your secret?
I'm not going to tell you.
It has nothing to do with bourbon, though, right?
It's a secret.
Right. So, but I guess, and the most amazing part of your story is you're not a one-time cancer survivor. You're not a two-time cancer survivor. You are a three-time cancer survivor. So your will to continue obviously has something to do with your will to complete a long run.
Right. It's really to help leukemia and lymphoma research. And everybody in my family's died of cancer, so I'm doing it a selfish reason too.
So it's an important cause for you, and that's what that purple shirt that you're wearing that you'll see, the team in training. Folks, I don't care what you're doing right now. If you little kids, if you're at home, find mom and dad's checkbook and go to that website right there and make a small donation. Mom and dad will understand. $5, $10, whatever it is, because this is a very important cause, near and dear to your heart. And the more awareness, the quicker we find a cure. Is that the thinking?
Absolutely. I have so many friends who every year I say, this is probably my last year. And they said, you said that last year. Every year I keep asking, and this year I have made more money than ever. Excuse me.
Will you share with us the amount of money?
Well, it's over 100,000.
Oh.
But this year I've made over 11,000.
Very cool. Oh, that is just amazing.
Isn't that great?
And so the team in training concept is you have a whole team running together,
yes,
correct?
And they're wonderful camaraderie.
And it makes the group, when suffering together is something that makes the agony more bearable, right?
Yeah, I think it's not suffering.
Well, I mean,
it's celebrating.
Yeah, but about mile 12 or mile 25, it's suffering.
A little bit.
All right, but you know, I think the other thing that's so neat about your story is you're not just a one-trick pony. You're also an accomplished pianist. What age did you start playing piano?
Well, I'm 94 now, and my mother started to teach me when I was 4. So,
and we're looking at pictures of you playing, but you had the honor of playing at Carnegie Hall, the recital hall. But I mean, for folks who don't know, that's like the Beatles played at Carnegie Hall. What was that experience like? How many times did you play there?
It's awesome. It's really a challenge, and it takes a lot of preparation. But it was a lot of fun too. But the first time I played, I had to drive through a hurricane on New Jersey Turnpike, and I just got across the George Washington Bridge when they announced on the radio that they closed the bridge. So I barely got to it. And the second time was in '68, and that very day, Martin Luther King was killed.
Oh, my.
So that sort of ruined my attendance.
Harriette laughed at me. I asked her, what song did she play? And you said?
I don't play songs. I play compositions.
So it wasn't Jimmy Crack Corn. It was like a symphony or something, like Bach and stuff. All right, we're going to finish up with this, Harriette, because I saw this photo and it brought a tear to my eye. This is you and your late husband reenacting the kissing statue that is on display by the USS Midway. This is in Times Square, correct?
Right.
When you see this picture, what do you think?
I just was so enamored that at that time that a nurse was so excited about the end of the war that she grabbed the
first sailor.
The first sailor. So we tried to look like that.
and you did a really, really good job. You know, we're going to throw the graphic up again. What would your late husband have to say about you teeing it up Sunday and running in a half marathon?
He'd say, behave, Harriette.
All right.
He was very supportive.
We want to just remind everybody, because there's a baseball game being played Sunday afternoon, it will be a little dicey as you get in and around the marathon route, so have some patience and expect some delays and just deal with it, because Harriette is going to be running. So Harriette, how long is it going to take you to finish 13.1 miles?
That's a big question. If I do, I might finish it that day.
Harriette Thompson, everyone. I've been waiting to do this interview, and next year, because you promised, if I make a donation to the
I'll be back.
And we're going to have a piano.
And go team.
Yes, go team. We'll play Jimmy Crack Corn. That is it with Harriette Thompson.